Big Ten has reached a historic media rights deal, and there could be more expansion on the way. The Big Ten, less than 2 months after landing USC and UCLA, has landed the largest media rights agreement in college athletics history. The deal will be with the following: Fox, CBS, NBC, Peacock, and FS1. It is for 7 years from July 1st of next year to June 30th of 2030. And the network sources have told Acton Sports Action Network that it's worth between $7 billion and $8 billion. So it's about $1 billion a year, if not a little bit more. If it's at the 7 or 8, you know what I'm saying. The contract includes an escalator clause, meaning the deal could approach $10 billion if the Big Ten and membership increases, network sources said. Even after USC and UCLA, the Big Ten is not done expanding, sources told Action Network. So, the Big Ten could be looking at Notre Dame, for example, along with Oregon, Washington, Stanford, and Cal from the Pac-12. Of course, those plans have changed. So, basically, if the Big Ten gets more Pac-12 teams, the Pac-12 is screwed. They're screwed. I mean, they would be down to less than 9 teams or less. Of course, we know Notre Dame is independent of football. But regardless of what happens to Notre Dame, joins the Big Ten or remains independent, the league still wants to add Pac-12 schools just to help travel concerns for USC and UCLA. The conference championship games will be split. And like Fox for 2023, 2025, 2027, and 2029. CBS is going to be 2024 and 2028, while NBC gets 2026. The Big Ten and its new media rights deal are backloaded in part because the CBS is limited on how many games it could show in 2023. And it's because that's the final year of the contract with the SEC. In 2023, 2024, the league schools will receive the same conference distribution as they did 2022, 2023, nearly $16 million per school. The league's payouts will slightly increase in year 2, 2024, 2025, before increasing the final 5 years of the deal, 2025 to 2030, growing up to about $100 million per school, including from the college football playoff, bowl games, and the NCAA basketball tournament. So, I'm going to go down. Of course, we know UCLA and USC are going to join in 2024. And the Big Ten will hold the top 3 media markets: New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. The breakdown of the game, just to break it down of the games, Fox and FS1 will televise 24 to 27 Big Ten football games in 2023. But 30 games and 32 games annually from 2024 to 2029. CBS will televise 7 football games in 2023 and 14 to 15 regular season games from 2024 to 2029. Every CBS Big Ten football and basketball broadcast will be streamed on Paramount Plus. NBC will televise 16 Big Ten football games annually in 2023 to 2029, including primetime Labor Day, Sunday, and Black Friday. All of NBC's games will be streamed on Peacock. Peacock will televise 8 Big Ten football games from 2023 to 2029. The Big Ten Network will broadcast 38 to 41 football games in 2023 and at least that many annually from 2024 to 2029. All of the Big Ten's network partners, with the exception of NBC, will televise Big Ten men's basketball games. The majority will be on Big Ten Network, which is 126 of those games, followed by Fox and FS1 with 45 games, Peacock to 32 to 47 games, and CBS 9 to 15 games. The networks will also televise Big Ten women's basketball games and Olympic sports contests. If you want to read all some of the other stuff that I didn't include, I'll put that in the description below. In the article about this in the description below. I think the Pac-12 is going to have to, the Big 12 and the Pac-12 will have to have Plan B, because I don't think there's no way, I don't know what else they're going to do, because they could go technically back to ESPN, they could, but the Big Ten's taking up some stuff, maybe Amazon Prime, I don't know what they're going to do, but we'll have to wait and see. And now with this information out, now it's up to the Pac-12. And I know for a fact that if the Pac-12 doesn't get between $34 to $46 million in revenue per team, if there's equal revenue at all, if they don't, the Pac-12 is going to be done. Pac-12 is going to have to fend for themselves and see what the better options are, because they could very well go to the Big Ten, like I said, like Cal, Stanford, Oregon, Washington. But I'm thinking if the Big Ten is really going to want Notre Dame, they might have to just take Stanford over Oregon. I'm sorry. That's just like, it's a rivalry. Or even Cal. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do, but we'll have to wait and see on the Big Ten what they want to do, as well as the Pac-12. And we're going to know, I think, within a year for the Pac-12 media rights. We should know something within a year, because we know the Pac-12 media rights deal is going to come to a halt in 2024. So I think the Pac-12 is in the worst position right now between them and the Big 12. I still do. Because if there's $5 million difference from the Big 12 stuff, media rights, at least $5 million, the Pac-12 school is going to leave. It's a fact, from what I heard. And if it's even unequal revenue sharing, then not Stanford, not Cal, not Washington, not Oregon, all the other schools remaining are going to get the least amount of parts of the pie. They might, in terms of money, they might want to leave. Though I don't think the Big 12 is going to take Oregon State and Washington State. They don't bring value. But the other schools do. And hopefully now, with this information out for the Big Ten, the Pac-12 is going to act faster and not be so complacent. Because the last thing they need to do is just sit back and wait. Because their media rights deal is going to come up soon. And it would help the realignment stuff as well. So, anyways, I just want to break this down. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get me to 400 subscribers or more by the end of this year.